name is Sidney Donuts. I might not be known widely as a fighter for civil rights, but I believe I did my fair share for the colored people. I started my business, I offered real estate, insurance, legal services, and I made loans too. I named my company Booker T Investments and won the title Most Popular Black Businessman. During the Depression, I was running ads in local newspapers. But I'm getting ahead of myself. During World War I built the Booker T Washington building at 10th Street and Central. That was a big deal for a young Negro. This was before Dr. and Mrs. Somerville offered their fine hotel at 42nd and Central. I do believe you all met Miss Vader earlier today. She's a fine woman. Beautiful too. Along the way, I married Miss Bessie Williams. I was good in marriage too. So good, I married 5 times. I guess you could say I was quite a ladies' man. Maybe even a playboy. In fact, there's a photo at one of your fine universities that has a picture of me that simply says, Sidney Donuts, ladies' man.
I was born in Missouri and educated at the Lindenwood Female College. I came to California and married my beloved Shelley shortly thereafter. It was in July of 1885 at the First Congregational Church in Boyle Heights. When we were married, he was a dentist, but not 15 years had passed before he was able to work full-time as a real estate developer. I also had women friends who supported me. Caroline Severance, who's over there. We visit sometimes.
Good.
She was known as the spiritual leader of the suffragist movement in Southern California, and she was my honorable members of the California Senate. I am here to implore you to right a grievous wrong and support Senate Constitutional Amendment 8, wherein women would be granted the right to vote. The world can never see a real democracy until the barrier of sex is removed from the voting booth. As long as women have the joy of paying taxes and they can be punished for disobeying laws, women have as much right as men to vote for the tariff on lemons or any other tax. Equal suffrage passed by an average majority of only 1 vote in each precinct in California. With the passage of votes for women in California, the number of women with full suffrage in the U.S. doubled. Our California campaign helped reignite the state campaigns all across the nation until the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution was passed in 1920. It would be a mistake to stay home on Election Day. Oh, but I'm preaching to the converted, aren't I? You're here today to celebrate the struggle for justice and fairness. So of course you wouldn't think of staying silent on Election Day. But spread the word. This is not the time to sit on the sidelines. Women would not have the vote if we had stayed home. I lost Shelley in 1927. 30 lonely years followed. So easy to misstep. You're lonely. I can see this in my experience, and you probably see it in your political arena and with your neighbors too. I regret some things. Everyone has missteps, but the missteps do not define us. Toward the end of my life, all kinds of new people moved into my neighborhood of West Adams Heights. You met one of them today, Sidney Dones. He lived a few blocks from me. We did not socialize. I wasn't very happy that my friends were moving away, and I was a widow for a long, lonely time. I may have lost my way a bit. I had been such a supporter of democracy and the rights of people who were governed to participate in the political process. But those were different times. I died in 1956, and my son died not long afterwards. My mansion on the corner of Harvard and 25th, right across from the Ringes and the Cochrans, it turned into some kind of fraternity and then it burned down. There's a church there now, the First AME Church, perhaps you know it? I didn't really know it at my time. Well, it's been lovely talking to you. Thank you for listening to my story.
Thank you. My goodness, yes.
And the first African American to win an Academy Award.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my, what that night was. Hands shaking, knees knocking, and butterflies in my stomach. I must have made eye contact with every waiter and server in the room. And they looked back at me with a smile, standing tall, proud. Now that was the day. Oh, I was happy. See, my brothers Sam and Otis, they had opened a stock company which they named the McDaniel Brothers. And I was able to go on that tour. I learned so much. I wrote my own vaudeville skits. I wrote songs. I learned so much. Dances. Next thing I knew, I was the first African American on the radio. Then I went on, and I remember I was in Showboat in Chicago. Now this is in the 20s when the stock market crashed. The show closed, and I didn't have a job and no money. Wandering around wondering what I was going to do. Then I ran into one of my young white cast members, Amanda. She said, "Patty, I've been looking all over for you. I want to tell you about this Club Madrid in Waukesha County, a stone's throw from Milwaukee. They are hiring singers. And with your voice, you can get a job there." Oh, Amanda was too naive to know. Only white club owners only hired colored women to wash dishes. But I was fortunate. I became the ladies' washroom attendant. And oh, but I had my own show going on in the daytime. So much so that the musical director and the club owner would come to the bathroom and stand by the door and listen. And then one night, the headliner, she got drunk and left the stage. Mr. Pick, the club owner, he said, get at it to sing." Oh, and you know my sister Etta, she had given me a lucky dress that I wore every night over under my uniform. And when they came and got me that night, I took that uniform on and ran up on that stage. And the band leader said, "What will it be, honey?" I said, "Hit me with a little St. Louis blues bars." And it worked like a charm. I became the headliner and played at Club Madrid for the next 3 years. Then I got a call from my sister and brother insisting that I move out here to Los Angeles. So I moved out here in 1931. I couldn't get arrested. All producers assured me I had talent, but not one would give me a job. And then it seemed like overnight, I began working. And next thing I know, I was working and working and working. I made over 300 films, but I was only credited for 80 or 90.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I just noticed y'all just came from over visiting my neighbor, Miss Torrance.
Yes.
Yeah. She wasn't neighborly to me. I'll tell you the story. Listen, between 1930 and 1940, 8 of my white neighbors, including Miss Tolhurst, as Miss Tolhurst, she sued me and my good friend Louise Beavers. And Sidney Dones, he was sued by one of the other neighbors. But they complained that they were being invaded by outsiders and their property tax, but their property value was going down. So they brought the suits against any further sales to Negroes, and the Negroes already there were in violation of the covenant. I, along with my lawyer, Lauren Miller, we led the march into the courtroom along with our co-defendants and 250 supporters into the courtroom. And the one thing I can remember, the two things I can remember, it was Overseer Judge Thurman Clark. And he said, Mr. Miller, I grant you your motion. That was just, we were just all over it. We couldn't believe it. And then he said, there was no discrimination with the colored race when they fought the war that just ended. Oh, I thought that was so profound. And I'd like to leave you with this. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's aching. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your tears and sorrows, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through. If you just smile, you just smile.
Hattie.
Thank you so much for coming out.
Yes.
And please come back again, because you know I'll be here.
Thank you, Miss.